Hey, what's up guys, and first of all I post a new series over Anime King 2, so go ahead and check that out guys. But today right here on Anime King, I'm gonna be giving you part 2 of the long-awaited What If Naruto Was a Hope of the Uchiha clan guys. If you enjoyed seeing 1 see part 2, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and support. Remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new, I'll be replying talking back to all of you. And also guys, stay in tune for the rest of what is coming over Anime King 2 and Anime King 3. If you're new, yes, you heard all of that correctly. I indeed have 3 channels, Anime King 2, Anime King 3, which I post what if on every single day for you guys to enjoy. So go ahead and click those red subscribe button and become part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and support. So yeah, without further ado, what do you say begin this new episode? Start the intro. So, the last spot we left off. The Uchiha clan has been fighting with the Senju for a long time now. Their fight came down from Indra, the sage of the six-path son, his 2 sons, the older and the younger. They were fighting for a complete different reason, but the Senjus and the Uchihas seemed to have lost that mindset. They were just fighting now, unknown what they were fighting for. They could not stop, they just kept on fighting over and over. And things got worse. The Uchihas wanted the bloodline to stay in their clan, so they started inbreed in their clan. Well then something strange happened. The Sharingan stopped awakening. Yes, that shocked everyone. They stopped awakening the Sharingan. As the clan got weaker over time, but they still fought. As the leader of the clan had 5 sons. His 5th son was Naruto Uchiha. He had brown hair like his mother, and he also had the same attitude as his mother. The other sons, well, especially the twins, didn't like him that much, given the fact that their mother died right after he was born, and they didn't like him that much. And not to mention he couldn't perform the fireball jutsu. It was a rite of passage for every Uchiha to perform the fireball jutsu. But people wasn't really taking into account for that for him because he was the son of clan head, but still he had to pass the rite of passage. But the one that loved him the most was Aizuna, as Aizuna told Madara to speak to him, which Madara did, and he tested Naruto and he realized the boy was amazing in Kinjutsu, even though he lacked the fire style jutsu. He was amazing in other areas, surprising Madara. Aizuna was really angry that day though, because their father decided to take them out for war. He wanted them on the battlefield, and he brought all of them. Naruto watched as his 2 twin brothers got slaughtered, and Aizuna got killed by a white tear Senju. As Naruto was shocked in rage and anger, Madara lost it. Madara slaughtered Senjus after Senjus, and so did Naruto, cutting into the battlefield. Once it all came to an end, both boys had awakened it. The eye that everyone thought was gone, as they became the young and the old dragon. Seeing that Uchihas thought that they were from the dragon, a mystical beast with fire breathing. As they went back to the clan, as Madara spoke to his people, they cheered. But Naruto was angry about something though. The Senjus were wearing armor. They had things to protect them while the Uchihas run in, unready for anything. They need a new mindset, they need to come with a way to change things. As when he spoke, he simply grabbed the people's attention. 3 boys there, that were big in the clan because of their lineage, agreed with Naruto and they cheered him on, and everyone did. Time passed as Neri came back to speak to her brother, as she wanted to take Naruto and train him, and make he work on Madara. As Naruto heard that next morning, he thought his father was just putting him away once like again. But Neri told him that she was the one who insisted on training him. As Naruto was thankful for the help, she decided to test his affinity though. Not everyone has fire, so she tested affinity. As she was shocked, surprised, what he got. So yeah guys, so basically that's where we left off. You guys can switch across the place, check it out for yourself. So this is the beginning of this new episode. Water and lightning. What does it mean, said Naruto, as he looked up at Neri. It means you're a water and lightning type user. You can use the others, but they will be challenging. But water and lightning is something that you can master, she said. But shouldn't the Uchiha be a fire user? Naruto asked, with a slight frown on his face. Silly, if all of us were fire users, then it would have been easier for the enemy to defeat us, she said. We need to have diversity in our attacks. Madara is an excellent fire and wind user. With this, you can complement your brother in battlefield, and you can have his back. Neri saw her careful explanation had an impact on him, a big one, as his frown instantly disappeared. He still wanted to master fire but protecting his older brother by linking their ability. He wanted to do that. What type are you, Naruto asked. Fire and lightning, she said. But I know some good water jutsu as well, but mastering them will have to be your job. But I don't see why with your Sharingan, you will have much difficulty. Then let's get to work, he said. He ran off. She was surprised by his speed. He was surely a fast little one, as he already arrived towards the lake. What she also wanted to tell him that apart from his training in combat, she would also take over his teaching in clan diplomacy, something that Tajima could not teach his son in 1,000 years. Madara did not have the patience for the attack or the soft skills. He was more of a warrior. But Naruto, the way he caught those people's attention with his words, it could prove rather beneficial for the future. Madara would be the next leader of their clan, but when the Uchihas win, Naruto would be the one to call more diplomats and bring more allies to their side and their lost ones. With those thoughts in mind, Neri walked towards her nephew, who she could see her successor in. Time skip. Neri watched as Naruto copied all of her moves, her hand signs, his Sharingan swirling. She had heard stories about it, but this was the first time that she saw it in reality. She launched a small water dragon, and he did the same and launched a small water dragon. The two beasts clash, but his break through. She did not give him any rest though, as she charged straight forward. Their blades clash. She put in strength, but yet he parried her blows with ease. He didn't try to overwhelm her, because it was pointless to their superior strength, but his speed was just ridiculous. He was smaller, and he aimed for deadly parts of her legs, even her sexual organ. He was ruthless. As he went for her legs, she jumped. As she accidentally gazed into his eyes, she froze. The next second a blade was pointed towards her heart, as a grin was on his face. I win. Is that so? He froze as a blade pressed up against his throat. The Neri in front of him vanished into smoke. Damn it, he cursed as she bumped him on the head. You did well, but you lack experience. Don't get cocky because you have the Sharingan. Your enemy will always have their own tricks. And always make sure you take an enemy's head off on your first chance. Limbs and organs can be lost, but they will not always stop a warrior from fighting. But a head gone will be their end. As she removed a corner from his neck, he turned back to see her soaked from head to toe. As he blushed and looked away rather quickly, she raised the eyebrow at his reaction. Naruto, what are you doing? Well, it's not honorable to, he stuttered, as that made her grin. Who would have thought that the brat had decency? Well, the male Uchihas around here certainly didn't have any, but that little flaw could get him killed. Have you seen a naked woman, she asked, as she wondered what her brother had trained the boys in. In this world, kunoichis had been the death of many great people because of their seduction skills. No, it's gross, he said. She laughed. Well, he was that child. One day, he will say something else though. Well, for right now, he was that child. Let him be. But she had to ask, why do you think so, she said. But he simply frowned. Answer me, and I'll teach you something new, she said. And then he turned towards her. But his eyes were on the lake. He was looking at her. Well, he really loved to learn more though. I don't know, he said. Your chest is weird. And Inbi said that you don't have... He blushed, unable to finish. She patted his head. Alright. Maybe someday you will change your opinion, but always be wary of women, Naruto, she said. They can give life, but take it back as well. You are honorable in that aspect, and I want you to remain the same because it will prevent any mistake. Yes, he said. He did not understand her full meaning, but he followed her advice same way. As she heard his stomach growl, Come, it's time we get some lunch. Ramen, he said. She smacked her forehead at his unhealthy obsession. Aizuna had spoiled him greatly in this manner. No, you fool, she said. Something that will make your body grow big and strong like Madara's. You want that, don't you? He sighed. Alright. Good, she said. After that, we'll have our academic lessons. Wait, what? Said Naruto. Time skip. Later that night. It was currently midnight. Sneaking out of town had been an easy, fun activity for him. Managed to get past the guards who thought that no one could get past him, made him laugh. But Aizuna was always worried. That is why he never did it that much. But his brother was gone. And Naruto was starting to live again. He enjoyed the growing affection that Madara showed him, and his aunt returned, started to fill the void in his heart. Neri was kind to him, but quite strict when it came to his training. She was bold and did not hesitate, making him uncomfortable with her body. So he wouldn't fall for any other Kunoichi's seduction out there, or her focus on books. It was just a lot. As you remember spending the entire afternoon, learning about different ninja clans and their histories. Neri was adamant that he learned it all, and it was a lot of information. He told her that they had servants to remember those information. She whacked him so hard, it still hurt. He had fallen in line after that. She rewarded his cooperation by taking him to eat ice cream. He ran to the vast forest, enjoying the cold air that hit his skin. The sound of leaf rustling and little animals running away from him made him laugh. This was a true meaning of freedom. Here in the wild, he didn't have to pretend, didn't have to mind his manners, and choose each word carefully. He could say anything, do anything, and it gave him immense joy. His father didn't care where he was, and as long as he was back by morning, everything was fine. Madara was a deep sleeper and he slept in his personal chambers, so there was no way that Madara would notice that he was gone either. Neri was busy doing some work, and he doubted she would check upon him this late at night, so he was free. Out in the open, Aizuna was the only one that made sure, even at late at night, that he was perfectly sleeping. He slowed himself down as he remembered his brother's last words. Be happy, little brother. Madara had warned him not to dwell too much in sorrow, and being around Neri helped a lot. Yet he missed Aizuna's smile, their ramen meals, and their long walk across town. He missed the piggyback ride that his brother offered him despite the frown from the other clan members. He thought that the tears, only if he had been faster, only if he had been stronger, his brother would still be alive. Why had he been so weak right there? Why, he cursed himself in his mind. Snap! He stepped on the wrong branch, not looking where he was going as things snapped, as he was sent tumbling down the hill. He tried to grab onto something, but he could not, as he felt the fear in his heart as the deep valley was getting closer and closer. But there was nothing to grab, nothing to stop his descent. He closed his eyes, not wanting to see himself die a horrible death. It was so cold and dark. He didn't know what took over him, but he opened his eyes as he saw his life flash in front of his eyes. All the good and bad times, the memories of his brothers, their victories and their defeat, their tears, their joy. Maybe he will see them again soon enough, as he could feel no ending to this fall. He was surely gonna die when he reached it. But then something inside him snapped as he opened his eyes. He was shocked when he looked into a deep pair of red, angry, hateful eyes. At that moment he knew that his death would be horrible. But something inside him just stirred. He remembered what his father said. They were the blood of a dragon. That was his father's words to his elder brothers when they encounter something that they feel that they could not accomplish. And it always got them through it. That is why he refused to fail now. He refused to just give up his life like this. A dragon never surrenders. A dragon never bows to anyone. A dragon fights until the end. He pulled kunais from his pouch as he tied ninja wire on them. For once he was thankful of Aizuna's warning to always be prepared, no matter where he go. As he stabbed it in the wall, as it connected, he flipped, pulling himself towards a nearby rock. When his feet connected to the hard surface, he was immediately ready. As he channeled chakra, he unleashed his Tonto as the dark red eyes, the creature underneath him, growled as the entire valley shook violently. His eyes widened when a massive tail rose up. It was aimed right at him. Determined to survive, he sprinted down the rock surface at speeds that he never thought he was ever capable of. Massive chunks and debris flew over him as the tail shattered where he once was. More and more tail came shooting forward to splatter him. But he was always faster than all of his brothers as he sprinted as fast as he could. And Naruto realized something despite his wish of seeing his dead brothers again. Madara would be heartbroken if he died. His eldest brother was not bad, even if he had been distant for all these years. And now he wanted to know his eldest brother, just like Aizuna protected him. He wanted to protect him. He wanted to support him. He was not gonna give up. He was Naruto Uzumaki, and he was not gonna die here. As he jumped, as another tail smashed where he once was. As he flipped and activated his Sharingan. As he glared at the massive creature. What he saw though, both stunned and terrified him. The beast was also surprised. And it even spoke. Those eyes. Its voice rumbled the ancient valley. As his voice was heavy and thick. Despite the fear bubbling in his heart, Naruto glared towards the beast. It was a giant 9-tailed fox standing in front of him. And Uchiha, if possible, the hate and anger in the monster eyes increased tenfold as it snarled angrily. Are you going to attack me again? Said Naruto in a calm voice. The fox paused, looking at the brat. It was surprised that the brat did not flee. Either he was more foolish than he thought, or he was just bold like his idiotic clan. Well, Kurama was surprised. You're not afraid? As Kurama growled at him. I am a shinobi, said Naruto. I won't kill you if you let me go, but if you persist, I will fight you. The beast simply laughed, mocking him in a laughter. What makes you think a stupid runt like you can harm me? I can smash you into paste, you little brat, the fox said. Maybe, but I'll still fight with all I got. Why? The fox asked curiously. Because I don't want to die, said Naruto. The beast laughed at the response. That was many human response, but there was something in the boy's eyes that unnerved the beast because he wasn't angry, or he wasn't scowling, he was just looking. You will die, either by my hands, or some other moron shinobi out there. Children like you don't survive long in this world, yet you still fight. Why? The fox was just curious. It has been a while since another foolish human crossed his path. As Naruto narrowed his eyes, my brother would be sad if I die, said Naruto. And I don't want him to be sad again. Not again, he said. The fox remained silent for a while as Naruto thought that he was about to attack, so he got himself ready. The fox then snorted. You are already cursed enough to be born. That mad cult you born in that you call a clan. What is worse, you inherited these wretched eyes. I thought I would never see this power again in my life. You think they will make you powerful? All these eyes ever brought to the wheeler is misery and pain. It would actually be a mercy if I kill you right here and now, the fox said. The boy didn't say a word, he just pointed his tongue forward as the beast scoffed. Go. I spare your pitiful life, the fox said, as Naruto blinked in surprise. Knowing that he was probably given a once-in-a-lifetime chance, something that this beast would probably not give to anyone else. Yet he didn't want to turn his back to the fox, only to be stabbed from behind. The creature started looking in his eyes. I am not showing you mercy, stupid boy. Anyone that ever wielded Sharingan before has not met a good fate. They all die screaming in pain. And the day will come where you wish I had killed you here, the fox warned. We will see about that, said Naruto. You got some balls. Pretty impressive for a little shit brat like you, said the fox in amusement. I will not tell anyone about this meeting, or the fact that you live so close to our border, said Naruto, as he sheathed back his blade. The fox growled. Not only do you born from a mad clan, you are a bigger fool with that sense of loyalty and honor that you have towards your clan. Does that make you feel better? The fox asked. Maybe my family is mad and I am too, but without my loyalty and honor, what is the difference between me and you, said Naruto. I will fight and die for them, no matter how bad you say they are. Tell me, what do you fight for? The air around them got thick with hatred and anger as the fox lowered itself. Go, before I decide to kill you. Naruto did not need any more warning as he jumped up and ran back towards the surface. The fox frowned as he watched him run away. Foolish boy, he thought to himself. Naruto did not stop running as he headed straight back home. He ran. He did not stop at all. He didn't know if Madara, his own father, no other Uchiha, no one could defeat that monster. He felt the vile, corrupted chakra. Despite him acting all brave, the chakra was overpressing. It felt like it was about to swallow him whole. Not even the entire Uchiha clan combined could stop that monster. That was the reason why he would keep it to himself, because some idiots would probably try to come out there to enslave the beast, and they will get slaughtered. If things had turned out differently, he would have fought the fox, and he would have died. He knew that for sure. But strangely, the beast had spared his life and his words. What did he mean the Uchihas were mad? Sure, his family was uptight and arrogant, but they could not be insane. He refused to believe that, no matter what that stupid fox said, the Sharingan only bring pain and misery. Those words returned back to his mind. All he heard from every single Uchiha was how great this power was, and how lucky Naruto was to awaken it. But if he could trade his eyes for his dead brothers, he would do so in a heartbeat. He would not hesitate. But still, there was a lot of things that he did not know about his clan's dojutsu, or the kind of monsters that lurk in the world, especially since it's the first time he encountered this one. What if there were more like it? What if there were others out there? All these years he had lived a sheltered and protected life under ice and watch, but now that veil was dropping incredibly fast. He had already saw how cruel human can be to one another, the love of losing your loved ones. He came to a stop as he finally arrived. Walking towards a nearby tree, he knelt. As he placed his tongue on the grass, Aizuno, Inabe, Yasharu, he said. He wished to see even a ghost reflection of his siblings, but all he saw was the bark of a tree in front of him. I will protect them all, no matter what happens, said Naruto. I promise, he said. Yes, he'd protect his clan no matter what. The next morning, as Naruto had to quickly prepare himself as he received the summons from his father, that man did not tolerate lateness, so he had to get there rather quickly. As he placed on his finest clan clothes and his newly forged armor, as he met the man at the temple, the air around them turned frosty as they looked at each other. And then Tajima did something that shocked Naruto to his core, because he never did this to him before. Tajima smiled at him, but it was not one of joy or pride, but one of greater ambition, plans that the man had. Neri, tell me that you have potential, said Tajima. He went straight to it, not hesitating. Well, she's not blind, unlike few people I know, said Naruto. Do you hate me, boy? Asked Tajima. Naruto chose not to answer, he just glared at Tajima. As the man looked down towards the temple grounds. You've always been funny, strange, and innocent. Believe it or not, I don't hate you, Tajima said. But I don't love you either. The barely 6-year-old boy knew this already. But hearing those words, it was like a sword being jabbed right into his heart. And it hurt. He didn't blink. He didn't tear up. He didn't glare. He just asked, why? Tajima's fist clenched so tight as Naruto saw pain in the man's eyes. Pain that wasn't even there when his sons died. You took away the one thing I wanted above all. You stole her from me. And nothing can ever fill the hole that she left behind. The sheer amount of pain was enough to make Naruto realize why things turned out so worse between them. Mother, said Naruto, you are so much like her, everything about you, that it hurt to see you standing in front of me while she remains dead. Ikari was warned about problems with her pregnancy. I told her to abort, to keep her safe, but she chose to give you life, forsaking her own. I love her more than anything in this world, even my sons. But why? Why do you think that she chose to die? Tajima asked. Naruto found it hard to stop himself from tearing up, knowing that his mother died for him. It hurt more than everything because it made the hate that his brother showed him, the scorn that his father gave him, justified. Because he killed the one thing they all love. I don't know, said Naruto as he looked towards his father sadly. It's the family name that lives on, all above others. Not your honor, not you, not your belief. We all serve the clan and the ones above our station. I want you to stop acting like a fool and become the man that you are meant to be. Not tomorrow, not the day after. Now, said Tajima seriously. If I do that, will things change between us, said Naruto. Never, Tajima said. Naruto lowered his gaze, but he was stopped as a hand was placed on his shoulder as he looked back up to his father. But I can be proud of you. He saw honesty in his father's eyes. The man would never love him, but yet, you are my son. You will always be my son, no matter how I feel. I will do my duty towards you, but I expect you to do yours as well. For a man to rule, he must sometimes do unpleasant things to his enemies and allies alike. But it also earned him the wrath. Just the same, I am able to rule well because Neri does things that I cannot do. She keep our clan running from the shadows. You are the younger son and such. It will be your duty to support Madara, who shall succeed me in the same way. That Neri supports me now. That is your job. Do that, and you would make me and this clan proud. Do you understand, Naruto? Naruto nodded as he looked back at his father. I will never love you, father, he said. But Madara is my brother, my only brother I still have alive. And there is nothing in this world I wouldn't do for him. As Tajima simply smirked at those cold words. It's about time you start showing that you're Uchiha, he said. But you will give me what I want, said Naruto. No questions asked. If it is within my power, and you do your duty well, I will promise give you whatever you want, Tajima said. As Naruto nodded, his father looking towards him proudly, as they made their way towards the hall. Days flew away as quick as a wind. Weeks passed in seconds, it seems, as months quickly shift by. All the while Neri watched as the boy that she adored changed right in front of her eyes. Innocence and joy was switched with a permanent, hard, cold gaze. He once complained of reading and writing, but now he did what he was told, without any complications. He did one thing and one thing alone. He learned. She never saw Uchiha focus so much on their training before, day and night. He did not stop until he collapsed from his exhaustion. He did not stop until his mind was buzzing with pain for him to stop studying. He focused. He was intensely focusing. Nothing stopped him from studying, training for months upon months. In a span of 6 months, he, who was once weak, now stood as the finest water and lightning user when it comes to his ninjutsu. His genjutsu with his Sharingan make him even more dangerous, while his taijutsu was average, unlike Madara, who was a monster in taijutsu. Naruto was the finest swordsman that Neri has seen in the entire generation of Uchihas. He was the best. He was as quick as the wind and flexible like a snake, and when he attacked, he carved his enemy in half. No hesitation, no fear, no mercy. He laughed, he joked, he smiled, but the light in his eyes, they were gone. But it broke her heart though, because Naruto was the only one that showed her a new way that the Uchihas could take, but someone had crushed his spirit along the way, and it changed him into the cold, heartless person he was now when it comes towards the battlefield. She tried to talk to him, urged him to open up, but he made some silly excuses, saying that everything was fine, but it was not. She confronted Tajima, but he simply denied anything about that. Neri knew it was a lie, but she had no proof and she knew her brother was difficult already. But things were not so grim, because once in a while she would catch the old Naruto when he was around Madara. It made her happy to see those two get along better than ever. Madara, despite his busy schedule as an heir, did his best to spend time with his little brother, corrected his mistakes and always cheered him on. And that was the only thing that gave her hope. She watched a boy who was sitting beside her as they were admiring the sun setting off into the distance. Are you afraid? She asked. Tomorrow is a big day for you, she said. I'm ready, he said as he held on to his blade. He stiffened as she wrapped her arms around him and placed her head on his shoulder. Neri, he said. He still felt strange calling her by her name, knowing that he was not proper or respectful, but she insisted to the point where she bunked him on the head if he did not do so. Are you alright? She asked, worriedly. I'm fine, he said. She pinched his cheek rather hardly as he glared at her, but his glare softened and he saw the look in her eyes. What am I to you, Neri? He asked, as he did not look at her. You're my nephew, my student, my friend. Why do you ask? Please, don't lie to me, said Naruto. Just tell me what you really want. You did not spend all these months training me for nothing at all. I am the younger son, a spear. Someone like you would never bother to help me unless you want something. He was slapped harshly across the face. As he looked back at her, he saw the anger and fury in her eyes. How dare you say that? She said furiously. Nothing is free in this world, Neri, he said. Everyone always wants something. Be it father, the clan, or you. No one cared about me for all these years, but now that I have the Sharingan and 3 of my brothers are dead, everyone started to take an interest in me. All they wanted was my power and what I can do for them, maybe, except for Madara. So please, just tell me what you want, he said. She looked at him with wide eyes, unable to hide her shock or pain on hearing him say these cruel things. What pained her even more was the fact that it was all true. "Naruto, you're my family. I don't need anything from you," she whispered. As Naruto clenched his fists, "You abandoned me," he said. A memory of a 3-year-old boy with tears in his eyes came back to her. Even after all those years, she never forgotten him crying as Asuna held him back as she walked away from him to fulfill the duty of the clan. It had been the right thing to do, the necessary job to keep the Uchihas in the game, but she never thought it would bring him so much pain and anguish. She thought that he was young and that he would forget her, but he never did. "The only one that I had back then was Asuna and you, but then you just walked away, and you never looked back. You never loved me, did you?" he said. "But it's okay. I killed my own mother and brother, but it's okay," he said. "But it still hurts," as he looked at his hand. "What?" she said, looking at him, as he got out of her embrace, as he stepped towards the lake. As a shadow appeared, and Naruto was thrown towards the ground by a bop on his head. "You have me, you fool," said Madara. "How far would you go for me?" said Naruto. "Asuna always fought for me no matter what." "You can't do that." "And what if I can?" said Madara. "Even against father," said Naruto. "Even against our clan." Madara did not flinch as he looked right into Naruto's eyes. "I would burn the entire world if it keeps you happy and safe." "Why?" said Naruto, his eyes filling with tears, as Madara pulled him into a fearsome embrace. "Because I can't do this without you. You are my youngest brother, my last brother. If I lose you too, then there is nothing in this world left for me to fight for. And no matter what happens to brother, I will protect you. Against our enemies, our own clan, even our father. Anyone that threatens you will have to go through me first. And I would kill them all," Madara said. As Naruto stared in shock at those Sharingan eyes. "You promise?" Naruto asked. "You want me to pinky swear?" Madara asked a smirk, as Naruto burst out laughing. Just imagine Madara doing such a thing, as Madara bumped him over the head once again. "But if you continue to get depressed like this, I'll kill you myself," said Madara. "Yes, Papa Bear," said Naruto, as Madara eye twitched but Naruto ran out of his arms and ran across the lake. As Madara jumped in the water, as Naruto watched as a tidal wave came to splash him as he ran faster. Neri watched Tajima destroy his family, but she saw hope in the clan, in these two boys. Together, they could do anything in this world, and maybe it was time to mend her own past mistakes and cherish and mend the one thing that she had left in this world: family. She was fortunate to still have family in this world, in this never-ending war. But still, she felt a lingering darkness in them both, more so in Madara's case. On what he just said, that boy was more powerful than several of his generations that came before him. One day he could possibly be powerful enough to defeat the Senjus. But in his eyes, she also saw a great weakness that Madara had. He loved. He loved too much, and he truly cared about his youngest and last brother. She could only pray to the heavens that these two boys do not lose each other, because if they do, the chaos and destruction that would fall upon the Uchiha clan, not just the clan but the entire world, would be devastating. Time skip. The next day. It was a fateful day. It came. It was the most important day in every Uchiha life that ever lived. For it was today that they would be judged if they were one of the group, or liability to be cast aside. And today was Naruto's judgment day. He stood near the lake fully armed, with a determined look in his eyes. Almost the entire clan was gathered to watch the rite of passage. For not only was he a future leader if Madara or Tajima died, but he also had the famous Sharingan, and for many who had not witnessed that golden power in battle before, this was a chance. Conflict had reduced a lot after the past 6 months, as both clans had stepped back after the battle, as it was a kind of peace right now. Madara would still go out on small missions, with only a few members, as the rest of the clan wanted to see the Sharingan in battle though, but they could not. But their wish would be fulfilled now, because Naruto would have to use it in battle, as Naruto had to face a member of the clan to see if he was a decent Uchiha, and that would make him an adult at 6 years old. Madara was there watching him, as Naruto stood tall. Everyone's eyes widened though when Tajima, a fully armored Tajima, stepped forward. "Father, what's the meaning of this?" said Madara. I will be his opponent, Tajima said. The clansman murmurs increase. That is unfair and against the rules, father. Choose someone near his age as the law demanded, father, Madara said, his temper rising. As Tajima glared at him, I make the rules, boy, and you will obey me. It happened so fast as Tajima felt the cold blade pressing on his throat. Long have I watched you inflict injustice on him. Not anymore, said Madara. You fool. Can't you see I'm doing this for you? I will give a good show to make sure he passes, but not to show that he's strong enough. Stronger than you. The clan cannot be divided between two brothers. Only you shall lead the clan, Tajima said. Naruto will never betray me, nor as he ever desire power, said Madara. Foolish boy, said Tajima. Maybe your brother doesn't want that, but if he prove himself strong today, his followers will continue to grow day by day. There are many in the clan that already admire him, and one day they will push him to overthrow you, to satisfy their own goals. That kind of rivalry would tear the clan apart, and I will not have that. I know the game of power, and I will not allow that to happen. Now fall in line. This is your last warning, Tajima said. Madara did not relent as Sharingan flared to life. Near stepped forward. I'll fight him. Everyone turned as Madara looked towards the person that spoke. It was Naruto. Naruto, this is my fight, brother, said Naruto. Believe in me. As Madara looked at Naruto, as he lowered his blade. But he did not walk away yet as he looked toward his father. If you do him injustice, then consider my support to you gone. Tajima was about to discipline the insubordinate boy, but the eyes of everyone is focused on him. Already, Naruto was able to corrupt the obedient and loyal Madara to his side. He stepped forward with fear in his eyes. He stepped right in towards the center. Try not to dishonor our family, said Tajima. But Naruto simply smirked. I could say the same thing about you, old man. There was no warning as Tajima attacked. Fire style. Fireball jutsu. As Naruto brought his sword forward, as the chakra glowed around it, near his smile, as Naruto vanished. In a flicker of leaf, the sunshine. As Naruto literally carved the fireball in half, Madara started his blade. As Tajima gawked in surprise and speed, and he was not done as he flipped through Hansa and his Sharingan blazing. Water release. Water dragon bullet. Two massive roaring dragons came out of the water and charged towards Tajima. Tajima quickly substituted as the water dragons ripped through the log that he remained behind. As Naruto spun and clashed with his father's blade as the man appeared behind him in the sunshine. And Tajima made his first mistake. For a brief second he glared hatefully into Naruto's eyes that burned with the active Sharingan. The clan spectators froze when Naruto bearmed Tajima and then beheaded him. But the man burst into smoke. It was a shadow clone. With their Sharingan gone, the Uchiha started to dive deeper into ninja arts. And that was one of their development into one of the greater techniques that they created. The shadow clone was one of them. Only a handful of members of their clan could perform this. And just because Tajima didn't have the Sharingan, it did not diminish that he was a powerful and dangerous man. As Naruto turned to see the real Tajima, waiting for him with a proud smirk on his face, as Tajima brought his hand up and 4 water clones came out of the lake, as all of them had their blades as they charged towards Naruto. Naruto unleashed sparks of lightning from his left hand when he came near to the water clones, making them scream as Naruto carved through them like butter as they burst into water. He then leaped high up in the air with a ferocious battle cry as he descended down on the real Tajima, as Tajima spun and delivered a brutal kick into Naruto's gut. But Naruto burst into water. A water clone? He copied my jutsu but without any hand signs. When? Even more. Where is he? He gasped when something tore into the backside of his leg. As the real Naruto emerged from the lake, sword in hand stained with his father's blood, Tajima spun around as he brought on a kick but Naruto easily evaded. Damn Sharingan, Tajima thought, as Naruto continued to evade all of his attacks as he could see them coming, predict them with his Sharingan. Let's see you avoid this. As he started to go through Hansa and a shadow appeared between them, as Neri grabbed Tajima's hand. She knew what he was planning on doing, as she blocked Naruto's sword with a kunai, stopping them from going any further. Enough, she said. This fight is not over, said Tajima. It is over, she said. Are you defying me, said Tajima as he looked at her. I will not permit you to slaughter a child to satisfy your ego, Tajima. More importantly is my nephew, and I will not watch as you do him injustice. As Naruto's eyes went wide as he looked at her, as Madara also jumped in as well. He proved himself much better than much Uchiha has ever had. Tajima turned towards the crowd as he saw the look in their eyes. The crowd, the people. They were waiting for his next move. As he placed away his sword, and so did Naruto. As the both of them walked towards each other. Kneel, Tajima said. As Naruto got down on one knee, as Tajima removed his blade and tapped twice on Naruto's shoulder. Naruto of the Uchiha clan, you have successfully passed the rite of passage, and I hereby welcome you a full-fledged adult member of the prestigious and noble clan. Make us all proud, said Tajima, as Naruto placed a fist across his chest. I will, father, he said. Despite everything, Naruto still felt defeated as Tajima walked away. For the others, he gave them encouraging words. But that was shattered when Neri and Madara came over, as Madara lifted Naruto on his shoulders, as the clan cheered. It was a good day. Time skip. Are you mad? Kurama asked, as Naruto stood there, as he was showing off his official Uchiha t-shirt. Well, I'm an adult now, so according to you, I'm one of the mad cults, said Naruto. Why are you here, boy? The fox asked, as Naruto placed scrolls on the ground, as he went through Hansan and opened them. The fox watched his food appear. I'm celebrating, I was nearby. Thought you might be hungry. What the hell are you staring at, said Naruto. I'm not gonna finish all of this by myself, he said with a smile. Why are you here, the fox asked. It took a lot of effort to steal his food from the kitchen, and I hunted this deer myself, said Naruto. He was a fast little thing. Why are you here, the fox said once again. As Naruto walked forward and looked into those demonic eyes, without fear or hesitation. Not all of us are mad, he said. The fox was shocked as Naruto extended his hand. Naruto Uchiha, son of Tajima, brother of Madara, and second heir to the main family. The fox just stared at him, until Naruto bombed him on the head. It is bad manners not to introduce yourself when someone gives you your name. I will kill you, the fox said. But he saw those jovial look in Naruto's eyes. He wasn't afraid. You would have done that when we first met. Someone like you wouldn't be hiding in this valley, so close to Uchiha border, for no reason. Am I right, said Naruto. The fox snarled, as Naruto smiled. It took me 6 months to figure this out. You're a Biju, aren't you? A great being of divine power. They said that your kind disappeared thousands of years ago, when the first war broke out. Is that correct? You talk too much. What's your name, said Naruto. They already call me the Kyuubi. It doesn't matter what stupid humans call me. It matters to me, said Naruto. The fox saw the sincerity in those eyes. Perhaps the old man was wrong. Maybe this time things could change. You're annoying, the Kyuubi said. Why, thank you, said Naruto. Great stupid fox. I'll kill you, the fox growled. Please do so, said Naruto. I'll eat you, he said. Why? I brought you so much food. You're mean, Naruto said. The fox roared at him, as Naruto simply laughed. Kurama. Huh? My name is Kurama, the fox said. Nice to meet you, said Naruto. Nice name, he said with a smile. Are you not afraid of me, child? The fox asked. I was before, said Naruto. But for the past 6 months I've watched you from afar. You don't interact with anyone, or do you go out for hunting? You just stay here in this valley sleeping. At first I thought you were a lazy asshole, but then I thought that you might be protecting my clan. But none of our books mention you as an ally. But then you said that our clan has madness passing down. And then I finally realized you are watching my clan, waiting for something to happen. I don't exactly know what it is, or if it is good for my people. You're a smart one. Never thought that inbreeding would manage to create another smart one like you. Those days are long gone, said Naruto. Inbreeding has been reduced in my clan, unlike our ancestors. We don't kill each other now. Kin slaying is the worst crime a Uchiha can commit. Maybe my clan was different before, but we can change. Not all of us are crazy psychopathic. Is that why you're here? Set an example, Kurama asked. Yes, said Naruto. The fox laughed. Laughter of amusement. It won't work, boy. My vow is absolute, and I shall fulfill it if that dark day ever comes. Even you cannot stop me from doing my duty, Kurama warned. But the child did not back down. Well then, I guess it's my duty to make you see my people in a different light, said Naruto. I'll make you change your mind, he said. Quite a decoration. I'm not sure someone as you can fulfill it. I won't know unless I try, said Naruto. As Naruto picked up the deer and brought it towards the fox. The fox did not need to eat or drink, but he still did it, just to humor the child in front of him. Get used to it, said Naruto. We're friends now. Time skip. A few days later, Madara and his squad was charging towards the border at top speed, as they had been set out to destroy a few Sarutobi's that were raiding a village that were protected by the Uchiha, while the monkeys were all killed. They received a distress call from their own town. Madara did not waste any time as he quickly shot back. His group was tired, but they ran as fast as they could to fear for the safety of their family burning in their tired hearts. Had the Senjus attacked in full force, or some other group was about to attack their borders, Madara blasted through the gates, not even looking at the guards, as he saw the holy fire in the temple ground. He took to the roof, not even looking back. After several long minutes, he arrived at the site, and what he saw stopped his heart cold. Around him was dozens of their clansmen, many of them trying to put out the fire with water jutsus, as some of them stood there in absolute shock, unable to move. For in front of them were nearly a dozen bodies, all Uchihas, men, women, even children, cut down like animals, as their once green grass was soiled into red. And in the middle of the massacre, everyone was glaring at a person. Everyone was glaring at him. The young boy of 6 sat in the wooden chair, with his blade stained with blood, his clothing soiled with the blood and dirt on him. As Madara looked at those eyes, 3 bright tomos looking back at him, as Madara could not understand what was going on, as he looked at his younger brother, Naruto. But guys, the end subscribe right here. If you want to see the next part, do like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. Remember, share to all of your friends in your social media platform. And also guys, stay in tune for the rest of the what ifs coming your way over Anime King 2 and over Anime King 3. Yes, if you're new, you heard that correctly. I indeed have 3 channels, Anime King, Anime King 2, and Anime King 3, which I post what if on every single day for you guys to enjoy. So go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and support. Remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. And also guys, go ahead and check out the brand new series over on Anime King 2 guys, and enjoy that. And yeah, without further ado, I'm out for now. See you guys soon. Peace out.